Somalia's history spans ancient trading civilizations to modern federal governance. Known as the Land of Punt in antiquity, Somalia engaged in trade with Egypt, Greece, and other ancient empires. Through the classical and medieval periods, city-states like Mogadishu and empires like Ajuran and Adal dominated trade across the Horn of Africa. Somali merchants and navigators built prosperous economic centers and used unique ships, integrating early on into Islamic trade networks by the 9th century. Mosques like Zila's Masjid al-Qiblatain emerged, symbolizing the long-standing Islamic cultural influence along the Somali coast, with cities like Mogadishu growing as key hubs in regional trade. The colonial era in the late 19th century divided Somalia between British and Italian control, leading to resistance, especially from the Dervish movement under Sayyid Muhammad Abdullah Hassan, who fought British forces until 1920. Italian colonization expanded during the 1920s, integrating Somalia into Italian East Africa, although World War II weakened Italian control. After the war, Italian Somaliland was placed under Italian trusteeship, while Britain held British Somaliland. Tensions with Ethiopia and Kenya grew as Britain ceded Somali-populated regions, fueling Somali nationalist movements. The eventual unification of British and Italian Somaliland in 1960 created the Somali Republic, which enjoyed a brief period of democracy. Political instability emerged with the assassination of President Abdurrashid Ali Sharmarke in 1969, leading to a military coup by General Siad Barre, who established a socialist government. Barre's regime aimed to unite Somalis, leading to the Ogaden War with Ethiopia. Initially supported by the USSR, Barre switched to an alliance with the United States when Ethiopia gained Soviet support. However, as Barre's rule grew increasingly authoritarian, resistance grew, especially in the north, leading to the Somali Civil War in the late 1980s. Following Barre's ousting in 1991, northern regions like Somaliland declared independence, though the region remains internationally unrecognized. The civil war and lack of central governance allowed clan-based conflicts to flourish, especially in Mogadishu. Attempts to restore order included the Transitional National Government in 2000 and the later Transitional Federal Government, TFG. Al-Shabaab, a militant offshoot of the Islamic Courts Union, gained significant control of central and southern regions after Ethiopia's intervention. The African Union and international allies supported the TFG, which struggled against al-Shabaab's insurgency. By 2012, Somalia adopted a provisional constitution, forming the federal government of Somalia, marking the first permanent government since the Civil War. Somalia also faces environmental challenges, including deforestation and illegal waste dumping along its coastlines. Conservation efforts, led by organizations like the Somali Ecological Society, have promoted ecological awareness since the 1970s, with figures like activist Fatima Jibrel advocating for forest preservation and against the charcoal trade. Seasonal rains and arid climates influence Somalia's agriculture and pastoral lifestyles, with harsh dry seasons like Jalal posing challenges for communities. Somalia continues efforts toward rebuilding its economy and governance while addressing environmental and security concerns central to its development. Somalia is characterized by its extreme climatic conditions, with some of the highest mean temperatures globally in the northern regions and humid coastal areas. The country boasts a diverse range of wildlife adapted to its varied environments, including arid plains and mountainous terrains. Among its fauna are species like lions, cheetahs, and the endangered Somali wild ass, alongside over 700 bird species, many of which are endemic. The rich marine resources, particularly fishing grounds attracting migratory species like tuna, highlight the importance of these ecosystems. Ongoing conservation efforts aim to protect Somalia's unique biodiversity, essential for the nation's heritage and future sustainability. The Somali Armed Forces, SAF, tasked with ensuring the nation's security, were once one of Africa's largest militaries. However, the civil war that erupted in 1991 led to their disbandment. Since 2004, efforts have been made to rebuild the SAF under the Ministry of Defense. While the central government is working to restore national intelligence operations through the National Intelligence and Security Agency, NISA, Regional administrations like Somaliland and Puntland maintain independent security forces, reflecting the fragmented nature of governance in the country. Economically, Somalia relies heavily on a vibrant, informal sector, primarily livestock, remittances, and telecommunications, despite ongoing civil unrest. Agriculture, which constitutes 65% of the GDP, is largely dominated by livestock exports, alongside significant remittances of approximately $1 billion annually from the diaspora. The telecommunications sector has rapidly expanded, with private companies providing affordable services, while media has also begun to revive. Despite challenges, notable tourist sites and recent growth in sectors like energy and postal services indicate progress in post-conflict recovery. Somalia's cultural landscape is rich and diverse, influenced by various historical connections. The cuisine reflects a blend of Arab, Indian, and Italian flavors, featuring staples like rice and pasta seasoned with spices. Music and poetry play a vital role in Somali culture, with traditional instruments contributing to the distinctive sounds of the region. Somalia is also known for its architectural heritage, ranging from ancient structures to modern designs that incorporate both traditional and Western elements. The vibrant culture, including popular sports such as football and basketball, showcases the resilience and creativity of the Somali people amidst challenges. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and share.